Retro Rob plays everything.
Hey there, real gamers and gatekeepers, Retro Rob here, and today I'm going to be unboxing a little mini arcade. I've kind of sworn these off and haven't been covering them recently, but I still do cover these little tiny arcade ones by SuperImpulse because I like them quite a bit, and I thought, why not? One more. What's it gonna hurt, right? Alright, let's get started with the front of the box. Tetris Tiny Arcade with classic gameplay. You know, I've never had to replace the batteries on one of these. I didn't even know it takes AAA batteries. That's pretty cool. I always assumed it took a watch battery. Let's take a look at the right side, the left side, the top, and the bottom of the box. I really like this little creature they made out of the UPC code right here. Those of you who like a round behind are going to be disappointed because this one's square. Note that this is an official Tetris product, so all the money's going to Russia. Great. Let's take this out of the box. Is there actually tape on here? I don't think so. Nope. Just a tab. This will be pretty easy, I think. I will now mess it up because I said that. There is that. Here we have world's smallest tiny arcade and some instructions that show you where the batteries go. You know, it's amazing that I never noticed this before, that there's a door on the back. Good work, Rob. This is like what, number 7 I think that I've done? Nothing on the back. Also included is this, which is pretty cool. I like this. Their way of advertising, like in this long string. Look at that. So you can see all the different stuff they make. I'm really interested in the Rock'em Sock'em robots and the Magic 8 Ball. I'm a big Magic 8 Ball fan. Oops, sorry. Get it back in the middle. Let's back up. There we go. There we go. Much better. But I am a big Magic 8 Ball fan. We call it the IT decision maker at work. There we go. And it even continues on the other side with all the arcades. And there's all the arcades. I would love to have them all, but just doesn't happen. Here's the micro arcades, and those were from the people that made the Ardu Boy. And you can kind of recognize the construction on them. Pretty neat. If you haven't heard of the Ardu Boy, you probably should have. And that's in another video that I got around. So go ahead and search for it, because I'm probably too lazy to post it, and I apologize for that. Alright, let's go look at the device itself. Alright, here's the front of the Tetris Mini Arcade. First thing you might notice that is slightly different from earlier versions is there's a little version of a coin slot on there. It's got little coin slots on it, which I think looks pretty darn neat. It adds to the kind of realistic effect. And if you look at an old one like the Space Invaders, it doesn't have it. So kind of a neat addition. Another neat thing about it is if I turn it on, it automatically goes into an attract mode. Don't worry, I'll show you the screen in a little bit. And now if I dim the lights, this is a feature of all of them though. But you see how the marquee is lit up? Yeah, it's a nice fine detail. I'm sorry the music is still playing. It goes for like 2 rounds and then stops. And here's the side of it, and it looks a lot like the original arcade machine, which is pretty darn good. I like it. They did a good job on that. Of course, the front takes quite a bit of artistic liberty with the look of the original. Of course, I got the original one up here by now, I'm sure. And yeah, it looks good. I think it looks really nice. Very professional job. As I've noted before, the vinyl on here is pretty thick. It is really decent vinyl. It looks nice, doesn't feel cheap, but I would note that if you're going to use this clip and like put it on your keychain, it's probably going to get scratched up. I just don't see it surviving your keys. So something to note. I think this is more of like a show-off item than it is something you'd really hang on your keys. I mean, can you imagine that hanging off your ignition? But anyway, the clamp itself, you know what? A backpack this would go good off of anyway. The clip itself is very high quality. It is not cheap, not a plasticky thing. I don't think I've ever seen this particular clip anywhere. So it might not even be a generic one. It has to be. Nobody just manufactures their own clip for this, but looks really nice. Top, I don't know that there's anything to mention about that. On the back, of course, it does have an on and off switch, so you can keep it from accidentally getting bumped. On the back, you can unscrew this, and there are AAA batteries in it. Bottom is where the speaker is, which is why the sound is somewhat muffled when it's standing up like this. It's not terrible though, thanks to these feet, which is a pretty clever little design. And here's a little guy next to a My Arcade arcade, and this is, I can't remember the brand of these. These are the kinds you get at Walmart, which I'm not that impressed with, but these are some of the few that I've kept from these lines because I kind of like them. Anyway, you can see it's much smaller than those.
Thumbs up, comment, and subscribe, or I will go Skynet on your butt.
Alright, so the first thing you're going to notice when you start the thing up is that you actually have options on this. There's play, you can go to your high scores, or options. And I'm going to go into options real quick. And you can turn the sound volume up and down. Turn on and off the music. Oops. Back. Turn the music on and off there. Sound effects on and off. Hard drop. Now, hard drop normally means that you cannot turn your tetromino when you drop it after it's down at the bottom. But I found that with this set on, I still can do that. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. If anybody can explain that one to me, let me know in the comments down below. Alright, and here we go. Okay, a couple things to note. I'm keeping my fingers as flat as humanly possible with my big old pterodactyl claws. So I'm gonna occasionally drop when I don't mean to. That isn't a problem with the game. It's actually a problem with me trying to keep my fingers flattened to show you the screen. And that basically just causes me to accidentally drop every once in a while, so it will cut my game short, almost certainly, because I've done a few test playthroughs of this and it's happened every time, at least at some point. I'm going to try really hard not to. If I pull down, see, it'll go down faster. This will rotate left and right. Has all the basic features. There we go. And I'm probably going to mostly just rotate to the right just to keep my finger out of the screen. There, just keep it there. There we go. And do I want to do that? I really hate the next shape coming up. Looking down at the right hand side, you can see the next three shapes coming up. I don't like none of them. That one's okay, I guess. There we go. And turn this way. No! Almost made a big mistake there. Oh, what else should I know? Oh, yeah. If you use the on-off switch to turn this device off, it will lose its high scores. It won't otherwise, but if you actually hard turn it off, it's going to lose its high scores. Something to note. So I guess you want to leave it in standby forever? I don't know. There we go. And there we go. Well, I probably should have, you know. I didn't say there was going to be good gameplay here. Like that. Alright, so I'm gonna mess up there, I'm afraid. And keep this guy off to the edge. I think I'm gonna let this guy go down here. Four hours of Tetris. Yeah, let's do this one. I'm gonna mess that up again. Then do this guy here. And then hosed yet again. No good place to put it. There's like some Tetris expert swearing at me right now. Oh, you're awful. Yup. Sick of getting those. It's gonna be a while before I get a straight piece. Is there proper names for all these? Like, I call it like the box, the squiggly piece, the L. Is there an actual proper name? Ha! See, now a hard drop I don't think allows that. Oh, come on. Just frustrating when it is not dropping the pieces you want. I'm gonna suffer on that one too. There we go. There we go. And we made it to level 2. And I'll stop there because I think you get the idea of how it plays, and it's been about 6 minutes of gameplay on this thing. That's enough Tetris for anybody. And that about wraps it up for Tiny Arcade Tetris. I think it looks really good. I think it's well built and it plays well. This is a game that works well in this tiny little form factor as long as you've got the eyes for it. These go for about $20, but I've seen them as low as $12 to $15. So if you're kind of on the edge about it, just note that the price fluctuates pretty regularly, even on Amazon, which I put a link for down below. All in all though, pretty darn good little machine. Thumbs up. Speaking of thumbs up, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Let me know if you want to see more of these tiny little arcades in the comments down below. Quit talking, Galaxian. Oh, geez, now you're all going. Ugh, see ya.